Hi, it's Elaine with MCPS Technology. So let's wrap up our introduction into Chrome features by checking out a few more things that make Chrome an awesome browser. So we talked about the Omnibox, right? And you already know that you can search straight from there. But the Omnibox also tries to help you out whenever you search. And I just want to point out a couple of specific things. So let's say I'm doing a search for Google Drawings. Now, watch what happens here. So I have lots of possibilities even before I finish typing Google Drawings, but I want you to check each of these out. So at the top, you see this little search icon. So this is a possible search term. Below here, you see that these are marked by stars. Now, what that means is these sites are already on my bookmarks bar. So I've already saved these. And we're going to talk more about bookmarks really soon. If you see something that looks like a tiny sheet of paper, then these are actual websites. So this saves me time. So Google is so intuitive, Chrome is so intuitive, and it tries to help you out as you go along. But that's not all the Omnibox can do. Believe it or not, the Omnibox can also do math, right? You didn't know that, did you? Maybe you did. So let's say I need to know what 43, I don't know, 43 times 93 is. I don't even have to get out my trusty calculator. All I have to do is type it into the Omnibox and it will tell me that that is 3,999. So once again, the Omnibox amazes. There is no limit to what the Omnibox can do. Going back over here to the snowman and looking at the menus. So a couple of other things I want to make sure that you know about. And one is incognito. So anytime you're browsing on a computer and you don't want it to be saved, you can use an incognito window. Now you might do that like if you're on someone else's computer because it won't save any of the history or the cookies and that kind of thing. You'll know that you're in incognito mode because you'll notice the screen is dark and you'll see this tiny little guy up in the left corner, um, letting you know that you're in incognito mode. So your browsing history won't be saved, but if you download any bookmarks or files, those will be saved. And it is important to note that your activity might still be visible to websites you visit, your employer or your school, and your internet service provider. So it's not like you're totally incognito, but it is good to know that this feature is here. Okay, going back to the snowman. The other thing I want to make sure you know about is your browsing history. So if I hover here over history, remember we talked about the fact that Chrome synchronizes across all your devices. Well, here's the place where you can see you can see that I have been on several computers here using Chrome. One of these is my home computer, one is my work computer, one came from a computer lab, and then this top one is my Chromebook that I happen to be on right now. So if I want to know more about my history, I can click on it and get details about my history. And it will tell me almost down to the minute the places I've been to on this device and on other devices as well. Because if I click over here, I can see my other devices. Here they are, going back to the history of this device. Let's say I want to search, I might have found a website, but I don't remember what it was called, and maybe I didn't bookmark it, but I remember it had something to do with Google My Maps. So if I type that in, it will actually search my history to try to come up with something. It's saying no results found. Okay, so maybe I didn't do that. But if, like, for example, if it has something to do with screencasts, um, I could find that. So there's all the things that I have, all the way back to November 14th, the places I went that had to do with screencasts. So it can be really useful to browse your history. and to even search your history. The other thing that's really important is that you should periodically clear your browsing data. And the reason you should do that is because every time you go to a website, your computer saves the pathway to that website to sort of help you go there faster next time. This is called a cached file. So it's really important. It will slow your computer down if you don't occasionally clear your browsing data. So if you click on clear browsing data, it'll give you some choices, and there it is. You can check the things that make sure you don't check anything that you don't want to clear, like your passwords. I personally would not want to clear those. So you just click on, oh, and up here you can choose how much you want to delete, the past hour, the past day, or the beginning of time. So I'm just going to do the past hour since we're in the middle of a video and I don't want to get caught up in something that might take a few minutes. So there, I've cleared the last hour of my browsing history. So that's how you do that. And so I hope that you will go into your Chrome browser and check out all the menus, look at your history, go incognito, and play around with the Omnibox. Again, it's just an amazing operating system and browser, and you can't break Google. So go forth and play with it.